Yo, what is up, YouTube? My name is Mr. Reptile 23 here, and I got Cook's homie here.
Hello.
And today we got Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 analysis. Alright, we're going to talk about a few things that happened in this game, our thoughts on it, and maybe even just the future of the series. So, I hope you guys do enjoy the video. There is going to be some spoilers ahead. Obviously, we're going to be talking about Chapter 3. So, if you haven't seen it, you're more than welcome to go watch the video on the channel. You know, go support my boy as well. Give his video a like. And let's not wait any longer. Let's get into the discussion. Cook's homie, we just got done playing Chapter 3 of Poppy Playtime. Tell me, first of all, what are your thoughts on the game? And second of all, holy shit, am I right?
Okay, I'm going to say this. Chapter 3, because I believe before, Mob Entertainment, the people that made Poppy Playtime, they actually were kind of getting some kind of backlash of like, the games aren't looking that scary. They look like they're made for kids. It's not a horror game. They said, all right, we take your comments and backlash. Here's Chapter 3, complete nightmare fuel, complete different graphics. The audio is, in my opinion, better than what it was before, and it's just all around. They made the game more terrifying. It actually felt like a genuine horror game. It didn't feel like something that they did previously, and I am honestly very happy for it. As much as I like the other chapters, don't get me wrong, the other chapters were lit. The story was great, but Chapter 3 just had something to it. I felt like I was on edge the entire time I was playing it, because I know you said something about like you were on edge whenever you and me were talking before, and it was just, I'm happy we both can agree with that, because it just was creepy the entire way through.
I mean, the graphics look fantastic. The whole atmosphere and ambiance is just full on terrifying, especially when you get inside the house, you do the school bit. I mean, look, the game all around, it comes in full circle, and it's pretty nuts. I love it. It's definitely better than Chapter 1 and 2. Chapter 1, I feel like, was just kind of like our little tiny footsteps into this new story, and then Chapter 2 was like, okay, we've done better now. And then they finally said, you know what, we're going to get really into this, and we're going to go balls deep. And they went with Chapter 3, which is awesome, by the way.
If we go into near the end of Chapter 3, we're going down basically after we got rid of Catnap, and we already had that. We already did the boss fight. Going down with Poppy. Poppy showed us showed us everything, and she's with Kissy Missy, and we're going down. I believe, I don't know where exactly we're going down. I just know we're going down a level. I don't remember fully where we're going down. And halfway through, where we think it's the end, we hear Kissy Missy getting attacked, and presumably we're trying to get up. And I believe within that time frame, I think Kissy Missy either is dead, or like, that's what we're presumed to believe. We're presumed to believe she is dead, or she's very injured, or she got taken away. I think it's kind of introducing a new monster, and what is like either by a new creature that we've actually seen, and it's on Project Playtime. Like, I like a box. I don't know exactly the name.
It's the character from Project Playtime.
Yeah, it's a character from Project Playtime, and this is a stretch, just like how he might be Daddy Longlegs.
You know what? There is a lot. No matter what we talk about, these are kind of our theories on what we think possibly is going to happen, or just some ideas that we like to just bring up in the air. With that whole Kissy situation, dude, when we were going, I'm pretty sure when we were going down to go meet the prototype or go see like all the bodies or whatnot, I think that's what Poppy was taking us to.
This level. I think she was taking us down to that level. I'm pretty sure.
See, I like how we brought up the Project Playtime, because I saw that as well with you when they were showing us the Hour of Joy.
The prototype, like, that man one-hit KO'd Catnap. Obviously, Catnap was kind of just giving himself, but I don't know.
And we actually see Kissy at a point, which is like, looks like she's strapped to like a little bench, kind of like Darth Vader was in Star Wars, and she broke out of it and started chucking people. So I mean, is she more craving for violence, or is she kind of like with Poppy's side, just mainly wants everything to just go away and, you know, wants everything to be peaceful again? When the prototype, you know, pretty much Catnap, he takes him, we noticed the same pattern in Chapter 2 when he took Mommy.
Yeah, after we killed Mommy, you could see his hand appeared underneath the door and just slowly grabbed her away.
Now here's the real question. What's our theory on it? What is he doing with those bodies, man?
So basically what I'm thinking of, what he's doing with the bodies, was he's trying to make himself whole, because I feel like, because if we hear in the VHS, he's using his voice, and you could hear many different voices like being in that. And maybe since he has all those voices, he's trying to make himself whole. And but since he has all those voices, he doesn't know which one he is fully. So that's why he's taking a piece of mommy. Maybe he's becoming a part of mommy, and then like also catnap. Maybe he's going to use catnap. So because my thinking is, what if he uses abilities that they all have? Like with catnap, he can use his smoke. With mommy long legs, he can use then her long like elastic arms and everything, because she still technically had one arm like when she got grabbed.
Right.
So maybe it's just maybe at the end we're going to see the prototype is just an amalgamation of many different creatures.
Another key factor of this game that we have not yet talked about is who is Ollie? Who is this character that we have met who can just talk to us from a toy phone? It's very interesting because this is the first time we hear about Ollie. So,
Yeah,
who is he?
and he's a kid,
Why is he
I
talking
think.
to us? Is he real? Is he fake? Is he good? Is he bad? Or what even is it?
Are you
What is Ollie?
remember in the boss fight before you initiate it, that screen is telling you through to another mainframe, because it's saying catnap is near. Use this to help you get ready to survive.
Mhm.
Because then it said this is how you can use it to stop him. This is how you can use it to like just like keep yourself safe, keep yourself alive. And I don't believe the prototype would do that for us. I don't think he would. And if that is the case, unless, and this is where like I'm thinking, unless would be the biggest plot twist, and he's actually helping us get us there to him. So because he knows that Poppy is actually going to turn and actually go against us. So this is all just like a thing of he gets us lured down there, and it's just finally finishes what he started.
I think that's also a big theory within the whole series if Poppy's actually going to turn on us or not. I remember that being a thing since pretty much the beginning. Is
Yeah, we
Poppy
thought that since
good? Is she secretly, a villain? We don't know yet. So far, she's been a hero, but has she
she
though?
saved us. But technically, in chapter 2, she actually, well, because think about it, chapter 2, we had a ticket away. We had a ticket to go home.
And it was her
Then
fault that we are still there.
and she said, "No, I'm gonna take a right." So I don't know. I'm still up in the air. It
There's a
could be
lot of
both
things
ways.
that's
So
opened up in the air for what she has in the future, what the prototype has. There's a lot of things in the air after chapter 3, and hopefully we have a lot of answers soon when it comes to chapter 4. This Ollie kid seems pretty interesting. There's a bunch of theories about him. I personally think that dude, I don't even know what I think, to be honest. I think Ollie is some kind of, super lord that we don't know about that Poppy must have ties with. But my question is, why are we meeting him just now? So that makes me think that maybe Ollie is locked in that daycare somewhere, or locked somewhere, hiding somewhere, or maybe he's even watching us. I don't know. There's a lot of speculations to this Ollie character.
yeah, and the nightmare.
There's this radio that we hear as we go through the hallways in that first house that we walk in, and
It's in the
obviously it's talking in reverse. We don't know what it's saying, but thanks to this little clip.
1995. You were supposed to be here. Why weren't you here? You missed the event. You missed the meeting. You missed the party. You have no right to be here. 8/8/1995. I find your presence intrusive. After all this time you return. You come in here and you kill and murder. You pillage and destroy. Your presence was demanded 10 years ago and you didn't show up. 8/8/1995. You were supposed to be here. Why weren't you here?
Thank you for that awesome clip. First of all, I want to talk about who the voice could be, because me and you, Cookie, have talked plenty of times on what we think it's going to be, but I'm going to be honest with you. Even still after our talk, I have no idea what this voice could be.
Radio is either Catnap speaking to us, because we only hear Catnap speak to us once the entire game, and it was after we had the flashback to all the things, and it's when Poppy speaking to us in our mind. After we got basically jumped by Catnap and he ripped off our mask. It says, "Leave play care or I'm coming for you." it doesn't sound like the radio voice. So my last thinking is this: we know the prototype can speak, we know it can copy voices because the VHS with the scientist near the end. And so what I believe is this: it is the prototype speaking to us through the nightmare somehow. But like I said, since it's the nightmare, anything could happen. We saw demonic Huggy Wuggy literally right after. Anything can happen.
Now, see, I like this theory, and here's why. Because when we first entered the house, we realized that, it looks normal until we open up the doors to go downstairs, and all we see is red smoke. And we go through it, which this red smoke factor is very important in this game, and we learn a lot more about it in the game. But I like the theory because we inhale the gas. We're obviously walking through this long hallway area, which never seems to end. And then we meet Huggy Wuggy, right? The VHS tape that was talking about that, it feels like it was slowly trying to tell us something, and then started turning evil, kind of like a nightmare. Crazy, right? You just mentioned that. But this whole dude, I love the theory that it's the prototype, because it'd be his only time to almost communicate with us, I feel like, during that the whole sequence, because we're sitting there running in circles, not being able to do anything. Why wouldn't he take his opportunity to rip us a new one, or tell us that we're gonna die soon? I feel like. But the whole clip, obviously you saw the clip and you saw what it said, right? Let's talk about a little bit what obviously it said to us.
That radio, it tells us so much, and this is where I say a lot of lore got spilled here, because it gives us a date, 8/8/1995, and August 8th, 1995 was the day where the Hour of Joy happened. Which I'm going to say, the Hour of Joy was when the creatures came to life and murdered everyone in Playtime Co's area. Like, anyone inside the building died. The radio literally says you're not supposed, you were supposed to be here. Why weren't you here? You missed the event, you missed the meeting, you missed the party, and it's referencing the Hour of Joy, which if we were there, we probably would have been killed.
Something with our character is that our character must be some kind of significant way to the Playtime Company, because in the radio talk, it mentioned one important sentence: that your presence was demanded 10 years ago, but you didn't show up. So what kind of, was our character possibly a manager for Playtime Co? I'm curious to know more about what our character, what his involvement with Playtime Co is, because all we really know is that he obviously worked for the company. He wants to know what happened to his coworkers. I hope when this new, obviously they have to have a new chapter out. They left the game off on a cliffhanger. I'm curious to see where they take the game when it comes to story, because this game was filled with a lot more, I feel like, lore intensive things more than like actual like scares or anything, which is fine because lore is great. Because with this game, after we got left with such a cliffhanger after chapter 2, we just got left with speculations of literally everything, including the story. This one game alone answered so many questions that people have been gathering for the past years on just the first and the second game. And
then just the screenshots.
We got so much information, dude. It's crazy how much is in chapter 3.
We finally found out what the hell happened.
Yeah, I mean that was the biggest question. Everyone wanted to know what happened to Playtime Co, dude. Yeah, exactly. Got eaten and killed, which is crazy. Because when you think about it, you're walking through the place, there's blood everywhere. You obviously assume some people died. Yeah. But when we watched the video at the end and it showed literally everything, I don't know about you, I was kind of scarred.
Yeah,
I was speechless.
It was nuts. It was very it made you kind of like put you in the shoes of the character, because you're just sitting there. There's nothing you can do. You have to watch everything happen.
Exactly.
You didn't. I don't think we fully knew what happened, obviously, because that's why they showed it to us. And so seeing what happened to you, we finally got our answer. Chapter 1, we wanted to find out what happened to our co-workers, what happened to the company, and then here it is. We come to find out everyone we worked with, everyone we knew, innocent or not innocent, got killed.
Well, it's not even just the coworkers. Everyone in that building died, even the kids, which is even more mind-boggling.
It's
And
like
dark.
them themselves, they're kids, like the monsters, and they just said, "Nah, all right, come here, kids.
Like,
It's your
this
time."
game is taking a very dark turn with this chapter, with so many answers to questions that we've been waiting for, and it only adds more to what the hell, if this one is so dark with what we've seen, what the hell is in store for the future of this series?
But I believe that's my like thinking of it.
I don't see them having another villain unless I missed something, or it's one of those two that we've already mentioned. But we're going, at the end of chapter 3, we're going down to pretty much meet the prototype. Poppy's like, listen, we're going to go down here. It's going to be dangerous. And then she
this is
got cut
final.
off, obviously, because Kissy was getting rather kidnapped or killed.
Yeah.
And we all we knew is that we were on our way to meet the prototype, but is it more difficult than we think? I think so. I think we're going to have to go through a bunch of puzzles, obviously, like we normally do. And honestly, guys, I think that's all we got to really talk about. I mean, me, Cooksomi here, we've been sitting here for a little bit talking back and forth and just theorizing more about this game because, you know, it's new. It still can get broken down some more, which, you know, we might even make a second video. Who knows? This game has a lot of questions in the air. A lot of things can still be debated about. The things that we talked about in here are just the things that we noticed and things that we really just wanted to talk about in this video. I would love to deep dive chapter 3 just a little bit more, maybe get another video out of it. We'll see. But if you guys did enjoy this small little talking video, analysis video with Cooksomi and myself, go ahead and scroll down a little bit. You know, smash that like button for me. And you know, if you are new to this channel and you happen to like what you see, and you know, you find yourself coming back, you know, often, you should consider subscribing. It would mean the world to me, and you know, it does only just help me out in the end, try to make this whole YouTube thing an actual career. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.